Welcome back. This is part two. First time we talked about some basics. Again, we're going to review just real quickly, but right index finger on the line, right foot forward in the first lesson, and all we're doing is picking it up with a cadence of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And again, as a review, we talked about using a little piece of white elastic. You can do the same thing with your long sleeve. Just tuck your sleeve in under your shirt. 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're trying to keep the rod in next to our wrist, keep the right elbow in. Tonight we're going to change up a little bit, and we're going to learn a couple of things that are real necessary. We're going to learn how to false cast and how to feed line out through our line hand. So I want you to start this time with your red fly on and a target like we have out there. And if you need to, if this is egg foo yarn, you can put it on a hook, or you can just wet it, get it moist, get it, put a little weight on it that way. But we're going to start right out here ahead, and we're going to have our index finger on the line, and all we're going to do is we're going to strip out with our line hand about 10 or 15 feet of line. Now the first skill is very important. We're going to learn how to feed line out through our line hand. We're not going to do any hauling. We'll talk about that in the next couple of episodes, but this time we're not going to do any hauling. We're going to have our line hand down here. We're going to keep it steady. We're not going to move it around a lot. And as we're going forward, we're going to start allowing the line, as you can see, to slide out through my left hand to the point that I get out, and now I've got enough line out that I can actually cast on my target. We're only doing casting maybe 20 feet right here, okay? So again, then practice stripping, keeping the line under that index finger, stripping the line back in, because when you fish a woolly booger or any bait fish imitation, that's how you're going to fish it. You've got your line in here again. Move the line to your left hand, to your line hand, and start to cast, false cast, allowing this line to slide out through my left hand. And again, the same action with the rod that we practiced the first time. A 10 and 1 or 10 and 2, short, concise movement. One more time. Strip it back in. Get used to stripping the line back in. And we're going to, one more time, let the line feed through my left hand and all the way out to where we're at our target. Now, second part of this is you got to learn how to false cast. And there are a lot of reasons to false cast. One, you might want to dry your fly out. Second thing is, you may be casting over here, but you false cast and get your line out over here before you place the line down on the water. You may say, why? Well, there's a lot of spooky fish. From trout, smallmouth, a whole bunch of types of fish will and do get spooky. So we're going to pick our line up and we're going to false cast, and all I'm doing is leaving my left hand alone, and I'm going to then turn as I'm false casting and lay the line down on my target. Okay, pick it back up, start again over here, and false cast right till you get over the target area that you want the fly to land on, drop it, and point it. Okay, so there are some things for you to practice this time. Incorporate that, the first lesson, right foot forward, 1, 2, 1, 2, with this where you're actually starting by stripping some line out, allowing the line to go through your left hand, and then really work on being able to false cast. The next time when we come back, we're going to talk about single hauling, which I'll explain then. Don't want to get ahead of yourself here, but try to keep that left hand down here and consistent, rod at 10 and 2, and you'll do just fine. Once again, if you take these first two lessons, tie you on a spider or a woolly booger or anything like that, go out, find yourself a pond, especially something without any kind of overhanging trees or grass behind you. Practice this. Now you can move to the water this time. And it's good to actually see your fly being placed around on the water. So go ahead and work on that. Heck, why not catch a fish or two while you're at it and get some practice on in stripping that fish and your fly back in.